Sinagoga.
Okay, so good morning to everybody. We are in the Great Synagogue of Rome. This building was built from 1901 to 1904. The names of the architects were Costa and Armani. As you can see, it's a very big building, but why it is so big? Well, before this building there were the 5 synagogues of the Ghetto period. When I speak about the Ghetto, I mean from 1555 to 1870. The Ghetto was established by the Pope Paul IV Carafa. During the Ghetto period, the Jews were not allowed to have many buildings for many synagogues. So, when the Ghetto was opened in 1870 and the Jews had the same rights of every citizen, they wanted to build something very big and very visible. And this building was built only with a donation from the Jewish community of Rome, and it was really a great effort, because if you imagine that during the Ghetto period, the majority of the Jews were very poor. The Ghetto was opened in 1870. They started to build the building in 1901, so the Jews had only 30 years to collect enough money to build such a big building. So it was really a great effort. The style of the building is the so-called eclectic style, which is a mix. You can see something liberty, something from the Middle East. If you read what the architects wrote about this building, you will read that they wanted to recreate the style of the area where Judaism was born. So they thought of Abraham, Ur, so Persia, and so on. The artists who made the paintings on the wall and the windows, their names were Bruschi and Brugnoli. They were very famous at that time, and they made also some decorations inside of the Opera Theatre in Rome. In Italy, officially, there are only Orthodox synagogues, so during the prayer, men and women sit separately, and the prayer is read in Hebrew. Every Jewish man more than 13 years old can read the prayer, not only the rabbi. So, during the prayer, men sit here, women sit upstairs. If there are women who cannot go upstairs, they can sit over there. In every synagogue, and of course in this one, you will never see human beings painted on the wall, because the Jews read very literally the commandment, you will not do images, and so on. So as you can see here, there is something written. These phrases say how important it is to pray God, to honor God, who is the master of the universe. Here there are prayers every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Let's say that during the week it's not full, it's a big synagogue. It can be full maybe for Shabbat, if there are marriages the day after. It is full for sure for the high holidays. Here came John Paul II. He was the first pope to go officially in a synagogue in 1986. In 2010 came the Pope Benedictus XVI, and in the last January came Francesco I. He was the third Pope to come to the Great Synagogue of Rome. Here there was a terrorist attack in 1982. Some Palestinian terrorists wanted to kill the chief rabbi, but he was not in the synagogue that day. And it was the day when people bring children to the synagogue for the blessing. And was killed a 2-year-old baby. His name was Stefano Gai Tasce. The square in front of us is named after him. and 40 people were wounded. So since then, there are the policemen at the four corners of the building. When you come inside, there are some people checking, and so we must be careful. Okay, if you have some questions or you want to take some photos, please.
Individual boxes here with keys.
Yes, a man gives a donation to the community so that he can have the box and the seat. The same thing is for the women upstairs, but not all the seats have the name, so everyone can sit, and also not all the people who has the name here comes every Shabbat or every holiday.